Hello everyone, Riley here with the T-Storm Chasers. We will jump into our weather video in just a moment, but first here is a word from our friends at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, everyone. Good afternoon out there. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2026, and let's dive into today's video. Taking a look firstly at our regional map, and we are seeing dry weather out there. We don't have much to go over. It is a dry Monday out there. Now, temperature-wise, we are warming things back up. Your weekend was cool. If you like the cooler weather, you're going to have to wait a little bit. If you like the warmer weather, you're going to love this forecast ahead, at least for the next few days. Starting today, have a look at some of these numbers. We're at 70 in Sioux Falls. That is about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. So we are back to above average temperatures for the region. We're at 70 in Aberdeen, 66 in Watertown, 77 in Chamberlain, 73 in Pierre, 75 in Rapid City. It is at 82 in Phillips, South Dakota. So we did hit the low 80s in a few spots. We're at 88 degrees in Valentine, Nebraska. Wow. We're at 84 in North Platte, 82 in O'Neill, 82 in Grand Island, 73 in Omaha. Into Iowa, we're at 64 in Des Moines, 64 in Fort Dodge, 59 in Waterloo, 61 in Mason City, 72 in Sioux City. And then up into Minnesota, we're at 61 in Minneapolis, 70 in Marshall, 57 in Rochester, 66 in Worthington, 61 in Alexandria. Overall, we are seeing a warming trend that is now going to continue for the first half of the week. So we're going to dive into everything that you need to know here in this forecast ahead. Now, firstly, let's look at our weather alerts. All right, so we have red flag warnings once again for our region. Have a look at the map. The areas in pink is where we have the red flag warnings due to high fire danger once again for today. Eastern South Dakota along the I-29 corridor includes Sioux Falls. So yes, Sioux Falls is included in this. Western Nebraska and also western Minnesota, and then southern and southwestern South Dakota as well. So places like Winter over towards Hot Springs and Pine Ridge, we're looking at more of the fire weather concerns. And you notice a pattern. These areas have been very dry. It's been a lot of these same areas that we've been dealing with the fire danger, especially in Nebraska and the Black Hills. We've seen a lot of wildfires, unfortunately, and it looks like we have more high fire danger weather today. Now, this doesn't mean that there's for sure going to be fires. What this is precautions from the National Weather Service, basically saying outdoor burning is not recommended. These fire danger concerns are due to the strong gusty winds that are possible, warm temps, and dry ground and low humidity. All of those factors play into this. So, again, it's a precautionary weather alert. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but fires, when it's this dry, fires can start pretty easily. So just be mindful of this. Be careful out there if you are in these areas in pink. All right, we're going to get back to our weather video in just a moment. But first, sponsorship opportunities out there. We are looking for sponsors. So if you are interested in partnering with T-Storm Chasers and becoming a sponsor with us, feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page or any of our social platforms, as well as our email or phone number. And we're also launching our new weather call system that is available now. Highly recommend. Sign up. It's $15 for a whole year, and you get life-saving phone calls from us here at T-Storm Chasers. It is a GPS-based system, so any warnings that are issued in your area during severe weather events such as tornadoes, severe weather, and flood events, any warnings that are issued for your immediate area, you will receive a phone call within seconds from us at T-Storm Chasers, giving you guys life-saving information. If you're interested, sign up today. Go to the website at tscalert.org. Now let's get back to the video. All right, so let's dive into something else here. I wanted to look at the latest from the Storm Prediction Center. This is the severe weather outlook maps for the latter part of this week. Have a look here. Starting on Wednesday, this is the risk map. We are seeing a marginal risk in green of severe weather from Texas up through Kansas and Nebraska and southern South Dakota. As you can see, central Nebraska, North Platte, McCook, and Valentine, Nebraska, and then southern South Dakota, places like Phillip, Murdo, Rosebud, Martin, all included there. So it does look like, I did a video earlier today, and it does look like the risk has shifted a little bit north, so it includes a little bit more of southern South Dakota. It almost goes to Pierre, but Wednesday, we're not really expecting a whole lot out of this. This is a precursor to a more likelihood of severe weather chances for Thursday. Have a look here. This is Thursday's risk map, and you can see the yellow shaded areas there. That's the 15% risk, and it goes from Oklahoma through Kansas, Missouri, and it does extend up into eastern Nebraska, into Iowa, and far southern Minnesota. Omaha is included, Des Moines, up to Fort Dodge, Mason City over to Spencer, Iowa, and then southern Minnesota, Fairmont over to Austin, Albert Lee included there in this severe weather risk. So Thursday, as of right now, looks like our best shot for severe weather. So we will keep a close eye on things. Now, I do want to mention real briefly, in the past couple of days since this issued risk was put out, this risk has shifted north quite a bit from the other day. So we'll see if they continue to shift this risk north and west. And then as we head into your day on Friday, the risk shifts way south, and looks like we got severe weather for the southern plains down in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. That is well south of our region. All right, so let's dive into the latest here on the European model. This is a look at our forecast details as we head into the rest of today into tomorrow. We're seeing dry weather overall, so we don't have much to go over. As we head into Wednesday, once again, we are not seeing anything. So at least through Wednesday afternoon, we are not seeing anything in this forecast. But Wednesday evening into Wednesday night, things are going to start changing. Again, have a look here. This is that chance for thunderstorm activity across southern South Dakota into Nebraska. We'll see what happens. You know, this is where that marginal risk of severe weather is found, and we will see what happens as we head into Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. And then on Thursday, we see more robust activity for our region. Look at this. Eastern Nebraska, southeastern South Dakota into northwest Iowa, southwest Minnesota. We are seeing thunderstorms developing. Sioux Falls is right in the thick of that. If this plays out the way it shows on the model run for Thursday, we could be seeing some pretty strong thunderstorm activity across the Sioux Falls area down into Nebraska. And then look at what happens. You know, this activity forms a line, and it goes across Minnesota and Iowa and eastern Nebraska as we head into Thursday afternoon and evening. That is expected. So that is why they have issued that severe weather outlook. So we're going to keep a close eye on this for you as always. Now, on the back side of this system, there could even be some rain and snow showers out here towards the Black Hills, far western panhandle of Nebraska into Wyoming. We could be seeing that activity out there as well. So, and then as we head into Friday, it looks like we could see some lingering shower activity across the panhandle of Nebraska, western South Dakota. And then as we head into your weekend outlook, it looks like we will see some light rain showers kind of hanging around on Saturday. But it does look like it's going to be cooler, much cooler for the weekend. I'll get to the temperatures here in just a moment. But it does look like there will be a high pressure over us this weekend. So overall, we're not really expecting much on Saturday. But as we head into Sunday, look what happens. You know, if this scenario plays out on the European model, we could be looking at some more showers and thunderstorm activity, maybe even some snow flurries out in the Black Hills, far western South Dakota. Sioux Falls could see some rain and thunderstorms possibly on Sunday if this plays out. As of right now, the confidence in this system is low at this time, but things are subject to change. You know, we're still pretty far out from this. This is 6 days out yet, so a lot can still change with this outlook. But don't be surprised if we see a system Sunday into Monday as this pattern emerges. So it does look like the latter part of the month of April is expected to turn more active, especially as we head into Wednesday into Thursday and then into Sunday into Monday. All right, so wrapping things up here with our 10-day outlook for Sioux Falls, we are seeing that warming trend for the next few days. We could hit 90 on Wednesday, something we'll keep an eye on there. But expect really warm air for the next couple of days. But then starting on Friday, we're going to cool things back down, low 60s on Friday. And then back into the 50s for your weekend into early next week with rain chances. And then we'll see what happens by the end of that 10-day. Overall, again, we are continuing to watch those chances for precip. Wednesday night into Thursday, especially on Thursday. Best chance for Sioux Falls is on Thursday. So I think we are seeing moisture chances on Thursday as of right now, and then also Sunday into Monday. And then for the Aberdeen area, we are seeing that warming trend. Aberdeen could also hit, we could be near 90 in Aberdeen as well on Wednesday. We're going to see widespread warm and you can almost say hot air by Wednesday across the entire region. And then starting on Friday, we're going to cool things back down into the 40s to 50s, and your weekend looks cool. And next week, maybe slowly starting to warm back up. But once again, we're dealing with more of the temperature roller coasters across the region. And for the Pier area, we are seeing the 80s for the next couple of days. And then look what happens on Wednesday. 90s return to the forecast. And then after that, we're going to cool things back down. 60s on Thursday, 50s on Friday and your weekend. And then next week, we'll see what happens. We might start to warm back up a little bit. But we're not going to be as warm as the next few days. For the Rapid City area, widespread 80s out in western South Dakota for the next few days through Wednesday. And then look what happens on Thursday. We see a sharp cool down back into the 50s and then 40s for your weekend. And then next week, slowly warming back up into the 50s to near 60. So that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, smash the like button, drop a comment down below. We want to hear from you guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring those notification bells so you don't miss any of our future videos. And also check us out on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok so you don't miss any of our content over there. And with that, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. We'll see you tomorrow.